In this video, our technical analysis for Bitcoin went to our target exactly as predicted. While this is good news for Bitcoin, this is another bad news for altcoins, especially SLP, Ethereum, Cardano, and any other coins. Stay tuned to know more. Hi guys, and welcome back to another Gabs cryptocurrency video where we trade by data and not by hype. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, click the subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out daily technical analysis like this. Before we start this video, I have also posted this latest tutorial video how I set up my technical indicators for my analysis. So if you want to know how I set up these indicators, all you have to do is just to watch this video. You can actually find this link and this video dito sa card above, or you can find the whole playlist ng mga Gabs Crypto 101 dito sa description down below. It's all for free guys, so wala kayong kailangan bayaran dyan. All you have to do is just listen and it won't take long kasi it's around 5 to 10 minutes lang naman siya per video. So yeah, on the go tutorials lang siya. So now let's dive into this video. Recently, nagbigay ako sa inyo ng signal for Bitcoin. Yun nga, it came off from a head and shoulders pero sabi ko sa inyo, nag-bounce. Wala kasi tayong confirmation below the neckline, so this would more likely play out the bullish scenario. And look at this guys. The bullish scenario played out exactly as predicted for our Bitcoin price. So now the question is, what's next? So to understand what's next for the Bitcoin price, I have actually plotted this Fibonacci target. Diba ang sabi nga natin, we are expecting a more Bitcoin consolidation dito sa area na yan. Pero ang nangyari is, we are now breaking out of this Fibonacci resistance. And that same resistance is actually yung resistance natin noong previous January data natin. Ang problem dito ngayon is, ang diba sabi ko sa inyo, in order for altcoins to remain healthy, Bitcoin must be consolidating. Pero right now, look at this. Bitcoin is now pumping and at some point, magkakaroon siya ng resistance with the 200-day moving average. Ngayon, if we are going to get a candle close above this 42K level or 43K level, within tomorrow 8 a.m., if nag-close siya dyan above, then we would more likely play around this area. And that would be not good for altcoins. Especially kung yung altcoins mo is wala sa top 10 market cap. Ngayon, ito yung movement ni Bitcoin. It's also worth noting na if you're going to look at this in the weekly time frame, so since sabi nga natin possible na mag-play siya around the 42K up to the 46K level, ang next Fibonacci target natin actually is this 46.6K level. So, if you want to check out this Bitcoin price movement, yung 46K level ang next target natin for the Bitcoin price dito. For the short term, 46.6K. Mid-term actually, for the mid-term. Pero if you're going to look at the weekly time frame, we are now above the bull market support band. So, if nag-close tayo this within this week, this, let's say around Monday 8 a.m., nag-close tayo above this blue line, then we are now entering a long-term bull market for Bitcoin. Now, that's a very good news. Pero ang bad news dito is yung mga coins na wala sa top 10 market cap coins, sila yung mga may iwanan. So, if yung coin mo is within the top 10, then that can still perform better from time to time against Bitcoin. Pero in general trend dyan is mag-bleed sila against Bitcoin. But still, as long as major cap coin siya, kaya niya pa din mag-pump dito sa Bitcoin long-term bull market. So, yeah, good thing to watch out for yung mga major cap coins dito. And with that being said, let's go to the Bitcoin dominance. So ngayon, pakita ko sa inyo yung Bitcoin dominance. Pakita ko sa inyo kung bakit bad siya for altcoins. Kasi, generally, ang kailangan mangyari para mag-pump ang altcoins, kailangan nagde-decline yung dominance habang nagpa-pump si Bitcoin or nagko-consolidate. Pero right now, Bitcoin is pumping massively and we are now above the Bitcoin resistance. So this would mean na we are entering into Bitcoin season. So, this would be bad for altcoins. Kasi tingnan nyo, dahil dun sa Bitcoin pump na nangyari kahapon and earlier today, nagkaroon tayo ng pump for this dominance. So this would mean hindi sasabay yung mga altcoins sa pump ni Bitcoin. And generally, this would mean Bitcoin would outperform almost all altcoins. So right now, what must happen is this must decline dito in order for altcoins to pump. And because of this green candle na nangyari dito sa dominance, this would mean na yung mga coins na wala sa top 10, hihina siya against Bitcoin. So let's look at those coins kung ano ba nangyari sa kanila. First things first, Ethereum is within the top 10. This is actually top 2. So right now, Ethereum is actually underperforming against Bitcoin if you're going to look at its Ethereum dominance against Bitcoin. So this would mean mahina ngayon si Ethereum dahil nga dun sa nangyari kay Bitcoin. Ayan on, nagde-decline si Ethereum to Bitcoin dominance pero ang pinakaiba lang kasi mas mataas yung pump ni Bitcoin as compared to Ethereum dahil nagkakaroon tayo ng increasing Bitcoin dominance at declining yung Ethereum dominance natin. So yun nga, sinabi ko sa inyo, may warning tayo dito kay Ethereum kasi if you're going to look at this, meron na tayong bearish divergence na nag-form. Pwede pa din siya mag-continue to the upside and still continue this bearish divergence. So pwede pa din siya mag-play within this level. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo na it's still possible na mag-continue pa din yung increasing price habang may bearish divergence. Ang problem nga lang yan, mas malakas ang kanyang trend reversal kung lalo tayo nag-extend dito. And nakita natin nangyari yun previously kay Bitcoin, di ba? Ang laki ng bearish divergence niya at ang laki ng RSI resistance, kaya ang laki ng dump. So dito, at some point, dapat mag-correct kay Ethereum para somehow ma-reset natin yung ating RSI resistance. So yeah, that's for Ethereum. Technical target is $3,000 for this Fibonacci resistance. And right now, ang technical support is the 2.7K or 2.8K, which is yung previous target natin. And if you want to re-enter, of course, 2.5K ang pinakang good entry kasi if you're going to look at this, meron tayong support and resistance at this 2.6K pala, 2.6K, 2.5K, and 2.4K. So, check out those levels for the Ethereum price if you want to re-enter into any Ethereum trade. And for Cardano naman, look at this. Though matagal na tayo nagko-consolidate kay Cardano, I think we are about to enter into this next resistance. So, ito yung kailangan nyo tingnan kay Cardano. If we get rejected by this $1.47 level, then of course, possible na bumalik tayo to this 100 moving average in the 4-hour time frame. Pero, if ma-break natin siya, then I believe Cardano can outperform the whole market against, especially kay Bitcoin, if na-break natin yung 1.47. So, right now, we are about to enter a very strong resistance dito kay Cardano. So, yeah. Let's see kung ano mag-play out in the coming days. Pero, hopefully, sana ma-break niya. And RSI is still looking good somehow. Hindi pa siya overbought. So, pwede pa siya umakyat. So, yeah, that's Cardano. And wait out for this $1.46 level or $1.45 level if kung mababreak natin siya. For SLP, actually, for SLP, we have met our target exactly as predicted for the short term. So, ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Ang technical target for this falling wedge na bearish scenario is this 17 cents. Which na-meet na natin exactly as predicted dito, guys. So, what's next for SLP? Well, for SLP, we are still following this midterm triangle na sobrang tagal na nating fina-follow. Fina-follow natin to almost 2 weeks ago na. And sabi ko sa inyo, ang technical target nitong triangle is actually this 15 cents area. So right now, we are still playing that exactly pa. So far, so good tayo kay SLP as we are still able to predict this price movement and still oversold tayo. So any area between siguro 15 cents up until the 24 cents, good buying area yan kasi oversold tayo kay SLP during that period. So meaning, it's the best time to buy. Marami kasi natatakot mag-buy pagbababa. So remember, ang general idea lang dyan is pag oversold si isang coin, that's a good place to buy. And a good time to sell is pag overbought. So makita mo siya sa RSI actually. Oh. So ayan o. Best time to sell, which was itong top na to. So makita mo, doon nagtitake profit yung mga tao pag nagiging overbought. And nagbabay yung mga tao pag oversold, which is, I know, in this area, oversold, and then oversold. That's why, nagpump ito. Noong time na naging oversold dyan, nagpump. Ito, naging oversold, nagpump. This one, matagal-tagal yung consolidation, pero nung na-break natin yung kanyang resistance, doon na siya nagpump. So meaning, this is now a good buying opportunity for SLP, kahit mag-decline pa further. So, remember to follow a proper dollar cost average dito. And then yung next question is, bakit ba nagde-decline pa din si SLP? Well, it's basically because of Bitcoin nga. It's breaking the strong resistance. So remember, in order for altcoins to pump, Bitcoin must consolidate and not break this resistance. Pero right now, we are breaking that resistance. Hence, we are going to be seeing a stronger Bitcoin dominance. So, kaya nag-pump si Bitcoin dominance. In that case, magde-decline yung altcoins like SLP. And look at this, Ethereum to Bitcoin dominance is also declining. So, if you're going to look at this SLP to Ethereum, since we are following Ethereum then, SLP is going to decline further pa against Ethereum. So, I believe SLP can still go lower up until this level for this SLP to Ethereum chart. So, yung exchange niya between SLP to Ethereum is currently declining. And yeah, I expect a weaker SLP in the coming days pa. Sabi ko sa inyo, hindi pa ako nag-expect ng pump, diba? Pero, ang honest opinion ko dito, guys, instead of investing in SLP or Axie Infinity, I would rather invest my money sa mga top market cap coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, BNB. So, yeah, yun yung personal opinion ko lang doon. Pero kayo, kung gusto nyo pa rin magpatuloy dito kay SLP, you can still continue. Kasi, of course, you are playing it for the game. But if you are in for investing, I would rather suggest the top market cap coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano. For Axie Infinity, still relatively stable pa din tayo. And yeah, since increasing si Bitcoin dominance as well as na-break ni Bitcoin yung resistance, then that would mean mahina yung mga altcoins. Coins like Axie Infinity is still consolidating or bleeding against Bitcoin. So sabi ko sa inyo, makita lang tayo ng pump for Axie Infinity if nag-touch na tayo dito sa ating 100 moving average. And right now, wala pang touch na nagaganap. So if nag-touch yan, it's either going to get a bounce or it's going to get rejected. So if nag-reject siya, we're going to see Axie Infinity go down to this 200 moving average, and also yun yung ating next Fibonacci support, which is this $28 area. So right now, ang technical support natin ngayon for Axie Infinity is still the $38 area. Pero if na-break natin siya, of course, $28. Pero ang resistance na you should be watching out for kay Axie Infinity is this $45 level and this $53 level. So ayun guys, if you find this video useful and informative, please give this video a like. And if you want to see more contents like this, please subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next video, and bye-bye for now.